Hello everyone, welcome back for day number 2 of Back to School Week. Today I am using Jelly Bean Soup Alphabet Soup 2 collection. I believe it's maybe 2015. It is an older collection. I am scrapbooking these 3 photos of my daughter on her first day of 2nd grade. And you can see I'm just showing you the collection here. Since I'm not so good about writing down the collection names, I decided maybe I'd show them in the videos. So another thing that I have been organizing lately, which I will do a separate video about here in the future, is organizing. Well, you know I've been organizing if you've been watching my videos. So I've been organizing my kits. So it seems like a lot of people are using up their stash this year, which I think is great. That is definitely one of the things I am trying to do. I've gone through a lot of my old kits and made mini kits from them. Again, I will do a separate video to show you what I am talking about. So I will do that in the future, but this is one of the old kits that I am trying to use up. And I've used this kit in the past for some pages a long time ago before I was even making videos. So I only know that I've used it because there's scraps and some of it used up. So I'm going to go ahead and try to use up a little bit more. And whatever I don't use, I think I do maybe 2-3 layouts, which you will see coming up later this week. And then whatever I don't use, I'm going to put in the scrappy box. So I am taking my photos. That large one is 5 by 7, and these small ones I did not measure. I just cut down anything that was in the background that doesn't really need to go in the photos, and I just kept what I wanted in the photos. And I like to have a little bit of, I like this one where she's turning the other way so that you can kind of see her backpack. I think it's kind of cute to get their backpacks in the pictures a little bit. I don't make it a focal point, but you know, their backpacks and their styles change. So I didn't want to cut off the full backpack of that middle picture. So right now I'm just using my Perfect Layers tool, and I believe We Are Memory Keepers has just released something very similar to that in case you're interested. And I'm going to go ahead and I've mounted all my photos on some white cardstock, as you could see. And now I'm inking all my edges of my papers with my black Close to My Heart ink. And I'm also going to ink the edges of my photos here. And then I'm going to go ahead and start gluing everything down. So I believe I am following a sketch. I'm surprised I didn't show it in the video. I don't think it was a Scrapbook Generation one, but maybe it was. So, but I only took really inspiration from the background papers on this sketch. I didn't really follow the sketch to the exactly like the sketch. I'm just taking a little bit of inspiration as a starting point, which I often do. So I'm sorry about the glare on my photos. Okay, I have a new lamp on my desk. My old lamp, the light bulb part must have been loose or something, and every time I would turn it on it would flicker, and it was just a really light flicker, but it was driving me crazy. And so I tried a different lamp, and it was one of the touchscreen lamps, and every time the touchscreen part was flat to my desk, so every time I went to use it or scrapbook, I barely put a paper or anything near it, and it would blink on and off. So I decided that wouldn't work. So I'm trying this new lamp, and I got this one at Costco, and it has a fan in it, which I love the fan. But it's also got a touch screen, although the touch screen is on the side. But even if I barely touch it with my hand, it seems to go on and off. So, and I didn't notice that there is a glare on the photos, so I will have to try to work with that. You guys know that I have a very small desk, so getting some good lighting in there is not so easy. Anyways, back to the layout. This sticker sheet is part of the Alphabet Soup 2 collection, I believe. And then I have one other sticker sheet, I believe, that goes with this collection. So I don't have a whole lot, and again, I'm trying to get it used up. I like this sticker sheet because it's fairly neutral. It can go with a lot of things and doesn't have to just go with a school layout. So I cut off of a border strip, as you saw probably earlier in the video, and I'm going to use that first day of school. I cut off most of that border so that all you saw was the first day of school part. And there was some apples on it, but I also cut those off. And that is pretty much going to be most of my title. I thought that was a really good way to write that on there. And so I'm going to have that cluster on the bottom of my large photo, and then I also have another cluster on the top photo, and I popped up the first day of school with some foam tape, and I've also popped up that dark blue arrow in the top left corner with some foam tape, just to kind of have something in each cluster with popped up with some foam tape. And now I'm just playing around. Oh, I didn't have another sticker sheet. I have these ephemera pieces, and I like a lot of those. There's some that I'm struggling to use. There's a couple that are like, there's a bike, and an ice cream cone I don't really consider to be back to school things. Not that I have to be real themey with them, but I kind of want these layouts to be real kind of school themed layout. The more I scrapbook, the more I find that I really do like matchy-matchy stuff and cute stuff and themed stuff, and I don't mind adding extra things on here and there, but if I can get the stuff to match and go together, then well, hey, why not? So now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing things down in each of my clusters. I went ahead and added just that small cluster to the very right below that photo. I felt like that was a good location for it. I couldn't get anything to work on above those photos. Nothing just looked right to me. So I'm going to have my 3 clusters there, and I'm just looking around. This layout is pretty easy. Another thing I'm trying to get used up is my wood veneers. I've decided I have a lot of wood veneers, and I love my wood veneers, but I want to start using more of them. And wood veneers are great because I feel like they go with a lot of things. I don't really think I can think of anything right now that they don't go with very well. So I have no idea where I got these little mini alphabets, but they had both the numbers and letters, and I really like that. I want to say maybe these are old Studio Calico. A lot of my wood veneers are quite a few years old, and a lot of them are old Studio Calico when Studio Calico was making them. Sorry for my croaky little voice. I'm not used to these voiceovers. So I'm just looking for all the letters, and what I'm going to write is second grade. And so the title, full title, will be Second Grade, First Day of School. And I really like how that looks out. I really like how that looks with those small little letters. It says the grade on there, which I like, but it doesn't overpower the rest of the page. And since I have, I'm just going to use my Tombow Mono glue to glue all those down, by the way. And again, I apologize for my head. I really wanted to make sure that I got these rather straight. I'm not afraid to admit it. I think I was in denial for a while, but yeah, I really like my things to be straight on my pages. I'm OCD. I used to think that I'd be okay without it, but for the most part, I really like my things to be straight. I'm kind of more of that clean and simple scrapbooker, and yeah, that's just how I am. So because I have the wood veneer in that cluster now, I want to add a little bit of wood veneer around the rest of the page. Again, not only does it add the wood veneer around, so it helps your eye draw around the page, but it also helps use up some of my wood veneer. So I have cameras here and geotags in this little drawer here, and I will do a video someday about my little drawer storage for wood veneer if you guys would like. And I apologize there, I got a phone call. So I tried my cameras, couldn't get the cameras to work. I tried some of these hearts. I really wanted to use the open heart ones, but I didn't really have a place to put them where you couldn't see through the heart and it looked good, you know, if you know what I'm saying. So then I decided I have a bunch of these teeny tiny little hearts, and these are from Queen & Company, and I got these recently at the Queen for a Day event that I went to, and these are really neat. They're almost like, to me, they're almost like enamel dots where you can sprinkle a bunch around the page and it really just adds a little something. But now each cluster has some wood veneer in it, and it looks good. So, but it's not really jump in your face. So there was a lot of, I have a pink star in the top cluster on the left, and I have a pink pencil in the bottom cluster on the left. So I am looking right now for just some simple little enamel dots that were pink so I could kind of draw the pink around the page. I know that she's mostly wearing blues and purples in the picture, but just with the pattern papers, that's how I felt. It just looked really good. So I did add one pink enamel dot in each cluster. I only added one because when you look at them with the wood veneer hearts, that kind of makes the cluster of 3. And so I didn't want to add more than that. I thought that it would be a little bit too much, and I wasn't sure how to make them look good. So, but I like them with the cluster of the wood hearts. Sorry, losing my thoughts a little bit. My first day of school today, and we all had to get up very early, and I'm still on my summer schedule. But I wanted to get these videos recorded because I thought it would be fun to do a back to school week. So I hope you guys are liking these videos. And this layout is just about done. I am going to add the date here. These, I don't know if these went with the collection. I'm pretty sure they must have because I kept them in with the collection. These are not normally stickers I would have bought, so I'm wondering if they actually came with the collection. So I just wanted to add the date. And what I did was I put the numbers together for the dates, and then I outlined the full date. Like I outlined the month number, and then for the day number I outlined both of those instead of singly outlining them. And then for the year I outlined the full, all 4 numbers, if that makes sense too. So that way it kind of looked like they all go together. And then there was this cute little pair of glasses, so I thought it looked really cute back down here in the bottom right cluster. So I hope you liked the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Bye.